Guys, 10 years at SHR. Eric, I know you're kind of new here, but I mean, all you guys know the legacy that Tony's built here and Gene have built here over the past 10 years. Kevin, starting with you, what's it say that the amount of success this organization's had in that short amount of time?
Well, you know, I think if you go back to when Gene Haas solely owned the company before bringing Tony in, their goal was to finish on the lead lap. You know, and you bring Tony Stewart in, attracts a lot of good people, and you know, over the last 10 years, between Tony and all the good people and everything that they built here at Stewart-Haas Racing, they've been able to win 2 championships in 10 years and a bunch of races.
What I like about it is I've been here 5 years and I see about 99% of the same employees. Everybody's here, they're racers, and they've been committed because there's nowhere else to go. This is one of those environments where it's loose, it's serious, we have fun, but we work hard here.
All right, Eric, now that he's here, just tell me about the friendship that you guys have had, and Tony, if you want to pinball off him as well. You guys have been close for a number of years.
Yeah, it goes back to 2004 when I first showed up to North Carolina to drive at Joe Gibbs Racing on a late model. I just got to know Tony and he took me in.
We just got hanging around, and you know, especially when it came time to get him here to SHR. I mean, I know he's talent. I know what he can do behind the wheel if he's in the right car. And knowing him, I mean, being around him as much as I've been around him, I mean, I know who he is as a person. I know the passion and desire that he has to be successful in this series, and I just feel like it was the right opportunity, and I feel like he could get the job done or he wouldn't be here.
Just to go race. I mean, race at, you know, a level that I've always dreamed about. And then for it to come full circle and have this opportunity to drive for him is, you know, really special.
You know, when I came in, obviously it was new to me, new environment, new world, new people. There was just a lot of learning. And it was amazing to see this army of people catching up to that. I mean, it wasn't weekly, it was daily. It was pretty chaotic, really, for, you know, for the whole year.
Kevin, your team built momentum towards the end of that year. That win at Texas, when you made it around Truex there, the last couple laps was huge. Did you sort of feel that you guys started to turn the corner there, or where was it last year that you guys felt like you sort of hooked up?
I really felt like it started with Kurt's test and the 41s team's test at Chicago. It really was kind of the swing of the momentum for the end of the year. I felt like when they threw the green flag at Chicago, we were more competitive than we had been all year. Everything started to turn around where you started to see all of these parts and pieces and theories start to come together and be ready for the beginning of the playoffs.
That's really what set the tone, and yet the best thing that came out of last year was just working from your heart, giving it your best, knowing that we had a couple things stacked against us, and we had to work through that to get to the end of the year.
You and Kevin were the only 2 guys in the 2001 race at Atlanta that Kevin won that are still active in the field today full time. So not calling you old or anything, but I mean that's a lot of experience considering, you know, some of the young talent that a lot of these teams are bringing on.
You know, I think as you look at our sport in general, it has to have both sides of things. And I think when you look at the championship 4 last year, those were all seasoned guys, and the young guys they're going to make their mark. There's going to be some of them that fall out, some of them that win, some of them that don't. But it takes everybody in order to make the sport great. You can't beat experience in whatever situation. You know, you gain knowledge and experience as you go through every year of this sport, because just like this year, everything changes every year. Being a veteran driver, I've been around enough to see this, see that trend, or work with that. But when you get complacent, that's when you get left behind. You have to evolve, you have to adapt, and I think that's one thing that Stewart-Haas Racing is really good at, to make sure that we're ahead of the 8 ball when things are changing.